It was actually our best sales month yet in my 3 years of selling soap, which is amazing. Is the lighting okay? Let me see. Might be a little dark. Hey everyone, today is an exciting video because I'm taking a bit of a break from the Vlogmas vlogging schedule to give you guys a pretty informative video, and it's the one that I'm pretty sure a lot of you are waiting for, and that is what my soap and bath bomb business made in the month of November. And it was an interesting month, to say the least. A lot went on in November. It was actually our best sales month yet in my 3 years of selling soap, which is amazing. What a great milestone. Had a lot to do with the fact that it was Christmas time, but there was also a ton of wholesale orders that we didn't have last year, and they all seemed to order the same time in November. And I'll go into what I learned from that. There were of course a lot of online orders, people buying Christmas presents for other people. There were a lot of direct sales that we made to our local customers who contacted us about wanting Christmas presents. And even though we were down to one farmer's market this month, it was still our best sales month in my entire career of Quench soap. So that is super, super exciting. Hello, if you're new here, my name is Jerica Zimmerman and I'm the owner and creator of Quench, which is a soap and bath bomb business. And on this channel, I talk all about my behind the scenes magic of how I run my soap and bath bomb business. And if that's something that you're super into, maybe you're starting your own soap and bath bomb business, maybe you're just thinking about it, or maybe you're already deep into it and want a little bit of advice, this is the channel for you. I go into all of it. Like today's video, I'm going to show you how much you can possibly earn. And now a bit of a disclaimer. This is not to brag or to make you feel bad. If you're not making these kinds of numbers, it's to show you what a lot of hard work can result in. And trust me, this was not an overnight thing. I have been doing this for about 3 years. And the reason why these numbers are the way they are is from years of development, research, rejection, hard work. So hopefully this type of video inspires you guys to keep going, because if you've ever wondered to yourself, is making soap or making bath bombs going to be able to let me quit my 9-to-5 and do this for a career? The answer is yes, you definitely can. And this channel is proof that you can. I would also like to mention really quick before I get into the numbers that this is not the complete picture. It's a lot of the picture, but not complete. And the reason why I say that is because I'm not including all of the overhead that we have to pay in addition to the expenses that we're already paying. And the reason why I'm not including that yet is because Kayla and I are still figuring that out ourselves. We're still a baby company, we're still learning things and all of that stuff. We are still crunching the numbers so that we can figure out exactly how much the business is costing us in utilities, in gas mileage, all of that stuff. And that is definitely stuff that you as a business definitely need to also figure out when you're trying to figure out just how profitable your business is. So this video doesn't include that. Hopefully in future videos I will have that all figured out and I'll be able to talk to you guys about that. And while it is not revealing everything, I'm pretty sure that you will find a lot of good information in this video. Now enough with the intro. Let's get to the numbers. So the first stream of income that I want to talk about is the direct customers. And I mentioned before that Kayla and I have been attending multiple farmers markets, multiple events to try to get our names out there in the community. And after 2 years of doing that, it is definitely paying off now. We get messages all the time through Facebook, through Instagram, directly to our business email, asking us all the time from people in our local communities about making a purchase that they don't want to make through our website. They don't want to make through our Etsy. They just want to do the sale through us directly. And we love these kinds of transactions because these are with customers that we have grown to know and to see as friends. And a piece of that profit doesn't go to a table fee or to a website fee. So if you're wanting to do this as a business, I highly, highly recommend attending farmers markets, going to events, getting involved with your local community so that you're able to make those connections and get your company name out there. So for the month of November, through direct customers, we made $520. The next stream of income I want to talk about is our wholesale customers. And we have learned a big lesson this year that next year we were going to want to implement a deadline to our wholesale customers that if they want to make big orders for Christmas time, they will need to put in their orders as soon as probably September or early October. The thing is, this year they all put in their orders at the same time, and it was nearer to the end of October to the beginning of November, and by then we were already getting a rush of Christmas orders. So we were dealing with all of our wholesale customers customers and also with our regular retail customers, which was a huge amount of work. And I think you've noticed in the vlogs, Kayla and I are a little tired. We've been working nonstop since early October. And in order to avoid that for next year, we're gonna try to implement a deadline so we don't put ourselves in that situation again next year. Also, we're probably going to stock a lot more than what we had stocked. We've been constantly making things because we just didn't have enough to meet the demand, so we've just been constantly working. It's one of those things where we didn't want to make a whole bunch and have products sit. These times are so uncertain, and you never know when a farmer's market is going to be taken away or any of that stuff. So we're just really unprepared this year, and hopefully what we experience this year will help us with fall, Christmas time next year. Ooh. One good thing to come out of this is that we received our biggest wholesale order from a single customer this year. So that is a really great milestone. Really proud of ourselves that we were able to take in an order of that size and also be able to fulfill it. And maybe next year we'll have some sort of staff that will assist us with the high volume of sales that come in around this time of year. Always exciting to think about what this time next year is going to be like. So for the month of November, we made $6,119.88 through our wholesale customers. Our next source of income is a huge one, especially during these troubling times, and that is e-commerce. If you want to do this as a business, I highly recommend getting an Etsy or your own company website through Shopify so that people are able to make orders online, and not just your local community, but people outside of your community as well. We get orders from all over Canada and all over the States through our Etsy and through our Shopify. So it is so important for us to have these platforms so that our customers are able to do that. For the month of November, we got a lot of orders, and I think a part of it had to do with the fact that I've really started to invest my time into YouTube. And I know that a lot of you guys don't consider YouTube as a viable part of your marketing strategy, but I was surprised at the number of orders that I got from people that took the time to write in the message field when they put in their order, "Oh, I found you through YouTube." So that was really cool. So if you're wondering to yourself whether or not you should create a YouTube for your company, I highly recommend it, although I must say it is a lot of work, but it's one of those streams of income that you put in a lot of work in the beginning and it continues to pay off over time. So for all of you guys who found me through my YouTube and put it in order, thank you so much. You guys are so amazing. Thank you for supporting me. So for e-commerce platforms, we have a Shopify and an Etsy. On Etsy, for the month of November, we made $2,406.73. On our Shopify, we made $2,024.30, bringing the amount for our e-commerce sales to $4,431.03. And the next stream of income is also super important, and that is our events and farmers markets. And I know given the times, it's a lot more difficult now to get your foot in the door with a farmer's market or an event because a lot of them are closing down. And to that, I would recommend to stay patient. This isn't gonna last forever. And I'm sure next year, more events and more farmer's markets are going to open up and you'll be able to participate. I would say in the meantime, if you're not able to get your foot in the door, I would recommend writing a list of all of the farmers markets and events in your area. Just stay on top of it and keep track of them, because that's something you definitely want to add to your revenue stream if you're considering doing this as a business. For Kayla and I, throughout 2020, we had a few farmers markets, but for the month of November, we were down to one. And I kind of consider it as a farmers market / event because the farmers market turned into a kind of Christmas show. To me, it was like a farmers market / event, but it was really the same thing that happened on the same day. And so for 4 days where we attended this, we made $2,078.74. So for all of those streams of income all together, direct customers, wholesale customers, e-commerce platforms, and our farmers markets / events, we made $13,190.38. Now to the sad part, and that is the expenses. Of course, in a business like this, there are a lot of expenses that you have to keep in mind in order to make your business run. The first expense that I'm going to talk about is banking, we have our own business bank account, and with that comes with fees and also a business credit card, which we pay a yearly fee for. So for banking, we spent $167.75. There are expenses associated with vending as well. I didn't include the vending fee because we paid that in a lump sum earlier on, but in order to vend at our farmers market this month, we needed to have a plexiglass shield between ourselves and the customer when they first approached our table. And to buy that plexiglass shield, it cost us $34.04. The next expense is our website fees. For our Shopify, we spent $44, and for Etsy, we spent $280.87. The next expense is shipping, and this includes all of the shipping labels that we had to print out, and it also includes all of our packing materials like the boxes, the tape, the fill, all of that. And in the month of November, we had to buy more of that because we did not have enough. So for labels alone, and this is what you stick onto the box so that your package gets to its home, we spent $1,566.60. For boxes, fill, bags, tape, all of that stuff, we spent $448.25, bringing the shipping total to $2,014.85. The next expense, we definitely have to spend this in order to have a bath and body business, and that is all of our supplies that we need to make the stuff. And for the month of November, we definitely spent a lot in supplies. And for the month of November, we bought pretty much everything. We had to stock up on fragrance oils, we had to stock up on SCI for shampoo bars, baking soda and citric acid for bath bombs, everything. So in the month of November for supplies, we spent $2,319.68. So for the month of November, that brings the total expenses to $4,335.79. So if you remove that amount from the profit that I mentioned earlier, it comes to a total of $8,854.59. But that's not all. There are still deductions to be made, one of them being taxes. I don't know how much we will be having to pay in taxes, so it's a good business practice to put aside 25% of your earnings so that you're prepared for tax season when it comes and you're not completely shocked. So our profit taxed at 25%. So our profit taxed at 25% gives us a total of $2,213.65. If you remove that amount from the profit that I mentioned earlier, we come to a total of $6,640.94. And like I mentioned before, this is not the entire picture. I did not include all of the overhead that we are definitely spending in order to make our business run. I also didn't include all of the income that our household is making. So it's not the whole picture, but it's a big part of the picture. And a net income of $6,640 is actually really good if you consider the median household income of America. And you might say to yourself, oh, it's because it's Christmas time and you made a lot of sales because of that. That is absolutely 100% true, which is why when you're looking forward to January to February to March, all of those lean times, you really have to prepare for that. And one of the things that we're doing is coming up with streams of income that will supplement our income in times where we won't be having the high amount of orders that we're getting right now. One of those incomes being YouTube. As a business owner, you have to plan accordingly and not rely on the income from one month to plan your entire year. You also, as a household, have to budget accordingly and make sure that you're living well within your means so that whatever you're making, whether it's through your business or through your 9-to-5, that you're not spending more than what you make so that you're able to live your life and not go into debt. Kale and I, we do not have any debt except for our home. We own our cars. And a future video that I'm thinking of doing is talking about how Kale and I were able to transition from people that worked 9-to-5 jobs to the place where we are now, where we're able to work for ourselves and to do it in a way that we're not constantly panicking about money. If you are thinking of doing soap and bath bombs as a business, try doing it debt-free or loan-free, even if that means building up your business over a long time, which is what Kale and I did. 3 years to get to this point. So if it's not happening overnight for you, I would suggest to keep going, because I have been where you are. I have been to the point where I'm posting every day on social media and no one's liking it. I have been at the point where I release a new product and nobody buys it. I have been there. And the only thing that has gotten me from that point to here is stubbornness perseverance, an open mind, and the flexibility to observe and evolve. So that is today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Everyone who has subscribed already, you guys are just amazing. Thank you so much. And you know how I appreciate every single one of you guys. I really do hope that you keep hustling, you keep growing, and you keep smiling, because the only thing that will truly make your business successful is yourself. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.